Right. It's all
Yeah,
about the heart and not the mind.
yeah. But the thing is this in life, I think life is all about energy. And you have two options. You can approach a situation from the position of lack and from the position of abundance. And when you're desperate or trying too hard, it's because in your mind, you're approaching it from the of lack because you don't have it yet.
Yeah.
And when you approach it from the position of abundance, you realize that most of the times you don't really care so much about the result. So it doesn't bother you. You're like, oh, if I don't get it this way, I'll probably get it another way. And you keep moving forward.
So you're already thinking of having it already, pretty much.
Not really. You feel like you have it already, not thinking.
Right. It's all
Yeah.
about the heart and not the mind.
Yeah. The moment you feel like you have it already, it's already yours.
Yeah.
You don't feel desperate about it's not going this way. You're like, oh, it's not going this way. Okay, I'll go that way. I'll keep going forward till you reach it. But once you become desperate and you start clinging onto it, and then it's usually when things won't go your way because you think you're going at a position of lack.
Yeah.
And when you approach it from a position of abundance, you know when you have to keep pressing on and when you shouldn't.
Yeah, I understand.
And it's usually the same also in the relationship between men and women, because usually the man is the one approaching the woman. But when the man is like, please don't leave me, I want you, what happens most of the time?
The lady leaves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So because the guy was in the position of lack, when you're in the position of abundance, it doesn't mean that the person can't leave you or that you can't get it. But usually, if you don't get what you want this way, it will come in another way because you're open to receive.
Yeah, great. Very well said.
Yeah.
Very well. So I stop again. How did we get to know each other? Tell me about that.
Well, if my memory is not failing me, I remember saw you the first time at Sopranos.
Uh-huh.
So I saw you there as a new person there for dancing. I'm like, okay, let's ask this girl to dance.
Okay. Okay. So you are a very good dancer, like I remember.
I hope so.
Yeah. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. And
So yeah.
how was the first experience dancing with me?
Very good. I was like, oh, this girl can follow me very well.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, because some people tend to find me a little bit difficult to follow.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Especially when I want to be a little bit crazy, experiment with the music. Not everybody can follow my craziness.
Yeah. I remember, if you're interested in that, I remember that you were very, very soft, very gentle, very smooth, and that's what I liked the most.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. I would like to talk to you today about some real topics which I had the chance to dive a little bit more inside within the last few months, and this is about body, mind, and soul. So right now I'm working on a holistic program on how body, mind, and soul are working together and are affecting each other on the most effective basis. So can I ask you, what does life in general mean to you?
Well, in general, what life means to me, it's very simple.
Okay.
It's about collecting experiences. That's basically what life is. One of the things that made me realize that is what do people usually regret?
And what
Things
is
they
that?
didn't do.
What is it? What people make regret? Makes regret.
Mostly things they didn't do.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You rarely find people regretting doing something. It's like, okay, it didn't work. I know now it doesn't work. But you might find people regretting not taking the risk, or not asking that person out, or not trying something. That's what people regret.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to live a life, I think one of the things I like about something I saw somewhere, try to live a life without regret.
Mm-hmm.
And to have no regrets, you have to collect those experiences.
Yeah, I go with you 100%. The thing is just if you have these experiences, or you decide for a life where you go on a path and you get these certain experiences, they are not good for you, or they make you believe that life is not good, or life is not treating you well because of these certain experiences. What do you do then? Because if I keep doing these experiences, then I might get the feeling of, why do I keep doing that? Because it's always bad. Life treating is bad, or life is treating me bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what happens then? If I'm that kind of person, what would you say? What would you tell me?
Well, from my experience, what I noticed, that most people in that situation, they try to blame, or try to take the fault in what is happening around them and not in themselves.
Okay.
So it's like a simple example. For example, when someone says something hurtful to you, you feel hurt. But another person, you don't care at all about that person. It's someone you just met, says the same thing to you, you don't feel anything.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the word, or is it you?
It's me.
Yeah, you took it personally, or you took it in a way that lets the word hurt you. It's not the word. And many people try then to change the world, so they don't say that thing towards you, instead of uh, growing and realizing that it's not the word, it's me taking it in a way that hurts me. So I have to change the way I perceive that word, so it doesn't hurt me anymore.
Okay. So how could I do that then? What would be a good way to change?
To realize that you are not what the person said.
Okay. So what am I then?
You are you.
That's good. So the source of being me is something else. But I mean, how do I really develop that sight, that knowledge? Like, what is it? Like, what do I have to do to get that knowledge?
Well, one thing for certain is your environment, the people that are around you, things you listen to, all those things kind of prime you into believing certain things. And if you, it's very hard to explain, but it's very simple. How can I say this more easily? It's it's more like what you believe is what affecting you. So you have to change your beliefs, and your belief is usually formed by things that happen to you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if you want to change what you believe, you have to change. The easiest way is to change your environment.
Okay, so the people around me, if their people around me are negative or on a certain vibration I don't like so much, or which is not affecting me in a good way, then I can change that. But if I'm not aware about that, you know what I mean? Because I'm living
Yeah.
that life in since such a long time, so I'm used to it.
Okay, that's a little bit different because that, in my opinion, it's more like, life is constantly throwing at you what you need to go forward.
Yeah.
So if you don't, if you want to change, life gives you the thing that bothers you the most for you to realize, hey, I have to change
Yeah.
to continue forward. So the moment the change happens actually when you take the decision to change. It's about the decision. Most success comes through a decision you make.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not changing those decisions, you're not changing your results, and you keep in that same situation. It's like a spiral. It doesn't change.
Okay.
So it's all about the decision and what changes. Sorry about the dog.
So no problem.
So what changes those decisions is your mindset. So you have to change your mindset, and that changes your decision. One, I like to take, for example, like being happy or sad. When you are happy, when someone says something negative towards you, it doesn't bother you as much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if you're sad and they say the same thing, it bothers you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only thing that changed was your mindset.
Mm-hmm. I had
So that's
mm, yeah.
yeah. So
I had somebody who said, if you are in a relationship and you just kissed and you're like feeling so happy and everything is like wonderful, and you go at another person and he shouts at you and yeah, like you're the worst people, whatever person, whatever, and then you just say, you know what, it's fine. Yeah.
yeah.
But if I come from a different position where I had like a fight already with my boyfriend or whatever, and then I go to that person and he shouts at me, and like I'm totally down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm. That's a very good thing. But that example I made right now, I realize that's again something from the outside creates something good in my within myself. Yeah. So that's not a very good example. So I have to start. No, I have to. I mean, this is a good example. Okay, that works in most situations, either though this way or that way. But if I start, like you said, if I really start from within, right?
exactly. Yes.
That makes the difference. Okay, understand. Very good. Great. Um, let me ask you. Did you have like a life crisis where you were at a point where you didn't have that mindset which you have right now? Did you have like some other times in your life where you had to get to that point to learn that what you know now?
Every day.
Oh, come on. You live
But
that.
yeah, but it's not like, I think one of the biggest mistakes I notice many people do is to think that life is about only having positive experience.
Mhm.
And that's very destructive because a friend of mine told me this, and I never forgot it ever since then. He said, if you want to remodel your kitchen, first it has to become a disaster with all those things flying around, and it's a disaster before it becomes the new kitchen that you want it to be.
Okay. Okay.
So by avoiding those problems, you will never have the kitchen you want.
Okay. But okay, I understand. But then you have people, and that's what I realized in my life. I know people, and it seems everything is just perfect. You know, it just seems like that. Maybe I just think that way, but I feel that's a beautiful woman, and she looks great, and she has a good job, and she has a beautiful house, and she has a few children, like everything seems perfect. So does this person or this woman or whatever person it is also have these problems?
Of course,
Okay.
of course, they do have those. They always have. They have those problems in a different way. The thing is, we tend to measure people with our own beliefs, and that's not always the case. Because, for example, let me put this as a person that doesn't have a lot of money has different kinds of struggles. So let's say you find a partner that falls in love with you and you don't have a lot of money. That person loves you for who you are. But if you're rich, now you have another problem. Does this person love me or my money?
Okay.
So the problems, they do have other problems. They may seem like everything is good, going perfect, but there are always other problems. Or maybe you have more people trying to do something bad against them, or you know, it's the problem also evolves with depending on how successful you are.
Mm-hmm. But are you telling now that if I'm getting successful after a certain time, that I will have these kind of problems, or is it also possible, like, to come from a different start? You know.
I think I understand your question. What I can say is, what I'm trying to say is, when you get successful,
Mm-hmm.
the problem you have will change. It will never go away.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one thing that life, if you see like the heart monitor, like in the when
Mm-hmm.
they
In the
when the hospital,
yeah.
you see it going like this, right? That's your heartbeat.
Yeah.
What happens is when it's like this?
Yeah, then you're dead.
So your life is also like this: good, there, good, there, good, there.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when your life's like this?
Nothing happens.
Well, because you're dead. Only dead people have nothing going on.
Yeah.
Only dead people have no good or bad happening to them.
Yeah.
So if you don't want anything good or bad happen to you, you can't be alive.
Yeah. Okay. That helps. That helps. Yeah. Very good. Let me ask you, do you like have any methods or anything you do to like calm your mind, to get in the right mindset, or to practice anything like that? You have that thoughts. What are you doing?
Yeah, what I do, there's many different things I do. First, there are always some people, I notice like certain topics, there are certain people I can talk to about them.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on what I'm going through, or what happens also is sometimes I lose one person that I can talk about that topic and I find another one eventually. So everything that you need in life will always come to you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But you have to be open to see it and make use of it.
Okay. Okay.
So you can always.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Sorry.
So finding people to talk to, that's one thing. Being open to listen and not judge, that helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And there are many things you can do, such as do some activity. Change your routine for a while, like take a break, so you can recharge yourself to be open again to notice different things.
Okay, so it would be good to really listen to yourself.
Yeah, that's the best thing you can do.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. You know that you have days once in a while and you have lots of goals or lots of aims you want to reach, and then you got a day where just nothing works. So what are you doing then? Are you like trying to stick with a mindset and you just go for it and you say, you know what, today is not a good day, tomorrow will be a better day, or what do you do?
Well, that's one thing I noticed that I would recommend everyone to find something to become good at, because I learned that while learning to dance salsa. There was a time that I felt like I couldn't get any better. It's like stagnated, nothing helped. And suddenly things like clicked and I got better.
Mm-hmm.
So Or also, that makes me realize here in Curacao, one thing we have, because it's so hot all day, you don't find people walking around that much outside because it's just too hot. You're sweating and it's very tiresome.
Yeah.
So, but during the holiday season of Carnival, you find people walking such a long distance without feeling any fatigue, enjoying, happy, talking, drinking, and they don't feel the distance at all. What changed? Nothing. It's just the mindset. The
Okay.
destiny remained the same.
Okay.
So it's more like just enjoy the process and trusting, like, okay, if it got stuck now, it's stuck now. Tomorrow is another day.
Okay. Enjoy the process. That's good.
Yeah.
That's
And learn to take a break and not to quit.
okay. Okay. Very good. Yeah. I really wanna say that I enjoyed the time on the island, especially really talking to you. I remember that we had very cool, intense talks. What was the name? Remember where these bars were? Little far out. What bars? What? Remember there was like a the dolphins or something. No, the penguins. Penguins
Penguins? No, we don't have penguins on
or
there.
seals. Seals.
Oh, sea aquarium.
Sea aquarium.
Yep.
That's I remember that we had some very intense talks there. I remember that. So anyway, what I wanted to say, I really loved the time on Curacao and I would love to come back and maybe we can organize some salsa trip, some salsa get together, go to clubs and do some cool event, whatever.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That sounds perfect. Just have to know in advance so I can plan it.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, sure.
yeah.
After Corona is done.
Yeah, that's one thing. And also with the career I'm in at the moment, I'm working 24/7. So I really have to plan almost everything.
Okay.
But it's if I know in advance, I can schedule it.
Yeah. Okay. You know what, Ernie? This we do one more time because I really sucked. Sorry. sorry. So I really love the. Okay. I really love Curacao so much, and I really enjoyed the salsa trip with you guys. And I would love to set a trip with you. We go on different parties, we go to the beach, we have barbecue together, and we organize a nice salsa trip. What do you think about that?
I think that's awesome. Just let me know in advance and I'll make plans to do that.
That sounds good. Cool. Is there like anything you would want to tell me? What I should take on my path, what I should take with me?
Yeah, I would say two things I would say to take away is to first, I basically said it already, find something you're good at and like train into it, and that will teach you the structure of being successful. Because being successful, the structure doesn't change. And the other one is um, keep in mind that the truth is not something absolute. It is bound on time. So the truth, for example, right now, there's a truth, we're talking to each other. But if I try to say that in an hour or so, it's not the truth anymore.
Yeah. So you mean being in the present?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it was the truth for you at that time, doesn't mean it will be the truth for you in the future.
Yeah, understand. I understand. Me, myself, and I think lots of other people live in the past or living in the future, right?
how did they say it? When you live in the past, you get depressed. When you live in the future, you become anxious. And when you live in the present, you'll be happy.
Yeah, that's true. Very good. Very good. Yeah, very good. I look very much forward to dancing with you again.
Me too. Hoping that will be soon.
Yes, it will be soon. Next year. Yeah, next year. Okay.
Yeah, I think this Corona situation will last about a year.
Yeah. One more year, a full year, I mean.
Yeah, I think by 2022 things will be settled down.
Yeah.
That's my estimate.
Yeah. At least until the end of the year. Did they start vaccine?
Yeah, vaccinated.
Vaccination, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It started, but even that will take time, so we'll see.
Okay. Yeah. So far, I'm not taking that now stuff. So far, I think they took, or they had like maybe 30% of the population, not more.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a different topic, but I'm very unhappy with how they dealt with this Corona situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the thing, I think they blew it out of proportion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Because if you look at the numbers globally, you see that only 3% of the people actually die from coronavirus. So that's basically saying 3 out of 100% dies out of it.
Mm-hmm. And then most of the people, 90% or so, are over 60 or 70 years.
60, and they were already sick.
Yeah,
they were weak at the time. So we're basically, the whole world has to take measures of something that I'm not saying it doesn't kill, but it's not as deadly as it tried to look seem.
Mm. The thing is, with lots of people, they're getting very anxious and very, very afraid, like psycho, crazy.
Yeah, and why are they afraid and anxious again?
Yeah, because of the outside, because they get the fuel for it the whole time.
That's one thing, but the answer I was looking for was they were looking at the future.
Oh, well, okay.
It's about the future that didn't happen yet.
Mm-hmm.
You're anxious about it.
Okay. How it's gonna might be in the future, yeah, but
yeah.
Yeah.
So you get people anxious and scared of something that didn't happen.
Yeah. What I'm actually thinking about, if there will be a life where you can only travel to some place when you have the vaccine. You know what I mean? Then you have like this label, or here you have this label. So if I don't have that vaccine, I'm not allowed to go certain places anymore.
Yeah, that will probably happen, but they probably put it in your passport.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we'll see.
Earney, can we do like a goodbye? Not now really, but like, can we say a goodbye somehow?
Hey, let's see. Yeah. So Stephanie, it was a pleasure talking to you, and I hope my messages are helpful in any way, and hope to see you soon. Bye.
Earney, thank you very much. It was a pleasure talking to you, and I hope we're gonna see us very, very soon. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.